Hi guys, welcome back to Lost in My Library. My name is Kate. Today I am doing a TBR. I haven't done a TBR in a long time. I am going to be doing Becca's Bookoplathon. This is hosted by Becca and the Books, based off of her monthly TBR, which is Bookoplathon. So I printed out the board for Bookoplathon, and I have a bowl of chance and community chest cards that I will be pulling from for that. If I will just keep choosing if I pick a chance. It's not a community shelf and vice versa. Let's just get to the rolls. Roll number 1. Okay, so roll number 1. My dice roller up here. 2. Oh, great. So I'm going to have to do another roll. So 1, 2, community chest. Alright, so for community chest, I have a bowl of everything. This also includes chance, so we're just going to draw until I get my community chest prompt. This is community chest. This actually is. Okay. And it is book that ends in an odd number. So I will be back with that one. Okay, so for this one, I have chosen Defy the Night by Bridget Kimmerer. I'm not sure what this is about, but this ends on page 443. Yeah, 443, so ends on an odd number. This I bought in a Book Trove box. You may not know what Book Trove is. I discovered Book Trove through Etsy, but they do have a website where you can buy straight from them and you don't have to go through Etsy. This is basically like Once Upon a Book Club box, because let me see if I can find a page. Oh, there's a page right off of that. And it says open, time to open Trove 1. And this is, Green Pact Alchemy is the name of the company that does Book Trove. I will leave a link in the description to them, because I want to do a Book Trove versus Once Upon a Book Club box. They're basically the same thing. You read, and then you have gifts for the page. I have not read one of my Book Trove books yet to see kind of fully what, if the gifts are better, because there's more gifts. So maybe the Once Upon a Book Club box has better quality gifts, but you get more gifts with Book Trove. I don't know. I haven't tried it. I haven't opened up my gifts yet. So I do want to do a Once Upon a Book Club box versus Book Trove and give you my full opinions on whether I think which one is better. This isn't a subscription box per se, but they do create a new box every single month. So it's basically a subscription box. And they do older books, and they this is obviously a newer one. This came out in like 2021, 2022. These books aren't signed. This was 2021. These books aren't signed, but they do new and old. They also do a lot of fantasy. So I know Once Upon a Book Club box doesn't do a ton of fantasy. So if you're more into the newer, more well-known books and wanting gifts kind of geared towards that, Book Trove is a great place for that. I'm not saying that Once Upon a Book Club box is a bad box. It's not a bad box. I've bought for them several times. They are a good company as well. I enjoy them. I want to give Book Trove a try, because I hear no one talking about Book Trove. And I think they do basically the same thing as Once Upon a Book Club box. Maybe an alternative to Once Upon a Book Club box if you find the books that Book Trove is doing better than them. So, I'm going to give it a try. This is my first box, Defy the Night by Bridget Kremer. Okay. Alright, roll number 2. If I can find my mouse, that would be... Oh, I just found it. There it is. Okay. 6. Oh, again, doubles. Goodness. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pattern / and text. Okay, so the next one I landed on was pattern and text, or pattern or text. This is one where you are to pick a book that has like a pattern on the cover, or mainly like the text takes up most of it. I think I'm gonna choose. Okay, listen, The Odyssey by Homer. This is a classic. It's been a hot minute since I have read The Odyssey. I'm choosing this because this really doesn't fit in with the other 2 purple spaces, which is a person and buildings, which neither has this, but it also has this wavy kind of, I think of a pattern like a repeating kind of thing. And so like there's these waves on here, and then there's this border as well. And the text, the title, that's the word, is pretty big, and also Homer on there too. So if we're allowed to keep to this is definitely a pattern there. And also the waves and the border continues on to the back, and that is also majority text there. So and also like the spine also continues with the waves and border. So I think this counts. I've been kind of wanting to reread this and kind of thinking about how Percy Jackson, the first book, is supposed to be kind of a, if you didn't know this, it's supposed to be kind of a reimagining of the Odyssey, the hero's journey kind of thing that goes on in Percy Jackson kind of follows along, as like the second book as well, kind of follows the Odyssey in a strange way. Just the kids friendly version of the Odyssey, kind of in a way, but it's definitely different in a lot of ways as well. But I'm gonna put the Odyssey and read a classic. It's been a hot minute since I've read a classic, so but I have read this before. Not gonna lie, I have read. All right, roll 3 of 7 now because we rolled 2 doubles in a row. Let's see. If I can get my mouse. There it is. There it is. Okay. 7. Okay. Not a double this time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Summer. Okay, so for this one, we landed on summer. And that could be a number of things. This could be a romance. This could be easy read, fast read, or bright colors, or a thriller, which is what I'm going with. I'm going to go with Pulse by Michael Harvey. This is a book that I got in that book box, Coloring and Classic, when I was doing that a long time ago. I have yet to read it, so I want to read it. So this is about our main character, Daniel Fitzsimmons, which makes me think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Just turned 16, and his parents are dead. His beloved brother, Harry, is off to Harvard, and he deals with griefs, and then he has powers that he has now possessed. Some detectives are assigned to his case, and Daniel ends up being investigated for murder, it looks like. So that's what it's about. I don't want to know too much more going into this because this is a thriller. Alright, next roll. Alright, roll 4 of 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoop, I dropped it. Favorite genre. Okay, so for this one, it is either going to be a fantasy, a horror, or a mystery. Those are my top 3 favorite genres to read. So I have chosen Eye of the Moon, and this is by Ivan Obolitsky. This is about 2 friends who want to find out that one of their aunts has been studying the Book of the Dead from Egyptian mythology. If you know me, I'm a big fan of the Kane Chronicles. More specifically, I'm a very big fan of Anubis from the Kane Chronicles. I know Anubis from the Kane Chronicles is very, 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 very different than what he's shown as in other pieces of media. But I'm interested to see where this mystery goes with this Egyptian mythology kind of thing going on. So I'm going to give it a shot. So that is my 4th book. I lost my token, so I'm going to use this one now. Okay. Moving on, roll number 5 is 4. So 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that is letter. I think that is random letter generator. Okay, so for this one, I am going to choose A Breath Too Late. You can see right here, my letter was B. So I chose A Breath Too Late because I'm not counting A, and, or the. So this is by Rocky Callan. This is about, trigger warning, for talks of unaliving oneself. This girl unalives herself, and she's then has an out-of-body experience. And that's kind of all I know. This is a young adult contemporary novel. Sounds like it's going to be a hard-hitting contemporary novel. So, that's all I got. This is my roll number 5. 2 more rolls to go. Roll number 6. 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Features a death. Isn't that lovely? I own a lot of books that feature death. Okay, it's a little scary how many books I own that feature death, a death. I'm going to reread a book. That's going to be Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. You might say, Caitlin, there's not really a death in Shadow and Bone. There's not a major death in Shadow and Bone, but people die by the Volcra. That's a death. I kind of just want to get excited for season 2 of Shadow and Bone. I'm so ready for season 2. It's kind of wild how excited I am for season 2 of Shadow and Bone. So this is what I'm going to choose. I bought this very lovely cover, special edition, collector's edition of Shadow and Bone. I'm hoping that they do this for the rest of the series, kind of like following the show. Look at that! In papers! Kind of following the show. Because now the only books that I don't have like really pretty editions for are Siege and Storm and Ruin Rising. I have very beautiful covers of all the other Leigh Bardugo Grishaverse books. So, I just have the regular covers for the other 2. Alright, I have 2 more. One more. So, hopefully for what's going to be our last roll. Roll number 7. Nope, it's a double 8, because of course it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and of course it is Big Book. Of course we get another double. And it's a big book. Really? So it has to be a book over 500 pages. For this one, I am going to choose A Promised Land by Barack Obama. This is an autobiography of Barack Obama, the 44th President of the United States. I would love to read both his and his wife, Michelle Obama's book, because I've heard nothing. Becoming, that's the name of Michelle Obama's book. I've heard nothing but great things about Becoming, but I'm also intrigued to hear what Barack Obama has to say. So I'm going to read this, hopefully this month. This is 750 pages. Wish me luck. Okay, maybe the last roll? We'll see. What is maybe, hopefully our last roll? Roll number 8. Nope. It's another double. Okay. So, 1, 2, highest rated. Great. I at least get a Monopoly. I have a color. I have all the dark blues. Yay me. Okay, so the highest rated book that I own is The Way of Kings. Not reading it. I am reading Brandon Sanderson in publication order. I have yet to finish reading Hero of Ages. So, no to a 1,000-page book. No to Way of Kings. Right now. Then next were 2 Rick Riordan books that I own. So House of Hades, which is my all-time favorite book, has a 4.55 on Goodreads. It is the highest rated Rick Riordan book, by the way. So I'm not going to do a reread right now. The next one was The Last Olympian by Rick Riordan. I really enjoy The Last Olympian. It's a great book. Deserves its rating, but not right now. Not doing it right now. So, the first book that is not the first of a series that I'm not prepared to start. Way of Kings. Not a sequel that I haven't made it up to that book yet. Is Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. I read The Martian this year. Absolutely loved it. Great. Mwah. 10 out of 10. 5 out of 5 stars. It's so good. So, I'm hoping that Project Hail Mary is going to be as funny and as clever as Project Hail Mary was. Or The Martian was. I hope Project Hail Mary is as good as The Martian was. It has a good high rating, so I have high hopes for this book. Alright, maybe last roll. Maybe. Alright. Alright, maybe. Final roll again. Let's go. Here's my dice. 8! It is the final roll. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we land on a chance card. Okay, chance cards are 8 books that 9 books that I'm excited about, 9 books that I'm not so excited about. So, let's see. There's some good ones in here. And then some of the not so hyped ones are also not terrible. They're just not something I generally go to, not a genre I go to. Do I go with this one? That just kind of jumped out. Let's do it. Okay. I'll be back. Okay, not sure where my copy of it is, but the book that jumped out at me, Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. That's why I made a face. It's another classic. I was like, I haven't read a classic in a while. I'm gonna throw a classic in, and then ended up getting Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. It's spooky season, y'all. I guess it's time to read the spooky books, even though I don't really have a lot of spooky books on this TBR. That's 9 books. 9 books. I will be rolling throughout the month. If I do finish these books, kind of doubt it now. I was like 5, okay, and then 5 turned into 9. So this might be the 9 books that I read this month. Currently, I have 4 sitting with me. So, Defy the Night is fun. Okay. Come back here. You can't escape. Alright, so we have the first roll was a community shelf. I'm looking at the board right now. Okay, community shelf. Community shelf, which ends in an odd number book. And that is Defy the Night by Bridget Kimmerer. Yes. And then the next roll was a book with a pattern text on it. That's when I chose The Odyssey by Homer. And then I got Summer, which I chose to do a thriller and chose Pulse. And then I chose roll for favorite genre, which I chose a mystery, which was when I open the Egyptian mythology one, by Ivan Obolitsky. And then I rolled for random letter, and then I chose A Breath Not Taken, by Rachel. I forgot. But it's the trigger warning for unaliving oneself. That book. And then I rolled for a book that features a death. And I chose Shadow and Bone by Lee Bardugo. And then I got Big Book, which I chose Barack Obama's autobiography. And then I chose Highest Rated, which was Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. That's who it's by. Then I rolled Community Chest, and didn't choose Community Chest. It was Chance. Chance was Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. That is my TBR for the month. This is going to be interesting. Very interesting. Pray for me, y'all. Alright. Are y'all participating in Becca's Bookopoly? If you are, let me know down below. If you've done this video too, let me know too. I'll watch your video. What books are you planning on reading for the month? Have you read any of these? Let me know. I've read a couple, and a couple of them are rereads. But let me know if you've read any of these. Let me go check out Book Trove, not Book Grove, Book Trove, in the description below, for if you would like to check out a they're not new, but a book box that's not talked about, not given a lot of love. So I'm giving them love. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Go be a good cabbage today. Do something kind for someone, even if that is for yourself. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.